tool for you guys to look at. So I'm going to go ahead and hit record for those who can't pop on live. There is a Q&A, so if you check down below, there are questions that I can answer for you, and this allows you guys to ask them anonymously, so don't feel like if you're shy or you're afraid of asking questions, please feel free to go ahead and ask those. No one will know. I will not know who it is unless you want me to know. With that being said, I'm going to go ahead and get started. So if you're on this call, then you are listening in about the coaching opportunity. If you followed me for a while, or if you followed another coach for a while, then you know that the coaching opportunity is something that has completely changed and transformed my life in so many ways. And I feel like I need to share that with as many people as I possibly can. It is network marketing. And so when I first became a coach, well, let's take it back. Before I became a coach, I had a certain stigma. Like I felt this like certain way about network marketing, which I'm sure a lot of people have related to. There's people that have opinions about it out there. However, over the last 6 years, I've watched it definitely become more of a norm as far as a source of income for those who want to work within the home without creating their own like brick and mortar or taking out thousands of dollars in debt, hundreds of thousands of dollars in debt to create a business of their own. And so this gives you a platform to do that. My name is Nikki. I joined as a coach back in May of 2013, and I have been coaching for 6 years now. And before I became a coach, I was a customer. I was a mom, a new mom to a 5-month-old at the time, and someone reached out to me on social media and said, "Hey, would you want to be a part of this community? We're all doing this workout program and just kind of learning about clean eating and some ways to eat healthier for our families. Would it be something that you'd be interested in?" And she encouraged me and said, "I think that you'll enjoy the community aspect of it." And at the time, I was staying home. I was having a lot of conversations with my child, but not a lot of adult conversation. And my friends around me didn't have kids yet. So it was kind of I was in my own little world at the time. And so for me, a lot of it was joining to have like something to check into every day, and a place of encouragement when, maybe my family and my friends were not eating the healthiest, but I wanted to make changes in my own eating habits and exercise routine. So I was not getting to the gym. I was eating what I wanted. I was napping when the baby napped. I was tired. And so I thought, okay, maybe if I can like switch up what I'm doing, I'll see some results. And I was hanging on to some baby weight. I definitely never had abs or anything like that. And I wasn't necessarily looking for that. I was just looking to feel confident in my bathing suit again. And so I started with the program and did it for 6 weeks. I started to eat clean. I started to use some of the supplements, and I lost like 7 pounds in 6 weeks. I posted my transformation because I was so excited about it, and people started to ask me what I was doing. That's when my coach approached me and said, "Why don't you sign up as a coach?" And to be honest, I was very weary. Like I said, "No, thank you. You're an amazing coach. I love this community, but it's not something that I could do." And there was a few reasons for that. The main reason was fear. I was definitely operating from a place of fear. I was afraid of like what other people were going to say or think, or what if I failed and they were going to watch me fail. And I just wasn't really sure that it was something that I could be successful at. So I thought, why even try if there's this like small chance that I'll fail? The other thing was I felt like it was going to be too expensive for me to do. The other was I just was unsure about like how my husband was going to react to me doing this. So I continued to substitute teach here and there. I was a teacher prior to becoming a coach, third grade teacher, and stayed home with our daughter. While I was staying home, I started to substitute teach just to make more money. And my coach asked me 3 times to coach. By the third time, I said, okay, I would love 25% off the products, so that would be a plus. If I could sell something, make a little extra income, pay for my product, that would be cool. And like I do love the community aspect of it. And I was watching her engage with her team, and I just thought that'd be fun. So I went to my husband, said, "Hey, crazy thought, but what do you think if I did this Beachbody thing? And he said, what does that mean? And I said, well, I would sign up as a coach. I probably won't do anything with it. I probably won't make any money, but like I could be on there for the discount and maybe I'll sell something and blah, blah. And he stopped me and he was like, listen, if you're going to do this, you need to do this. I've seen people have success with it. Like, why don't you go all in and just give it a year or 6 months and we'll see what happens. Like, we'll reevaluate. But if you're going to do it, like, go all in. And I said, okay. And so I signed up in May 2013, replaced the cost of my products within that first month, started running these support groups in this community at, these small group settings virtually to support other women, to get them results the way that I had gotten results, to feel confident and happy and healthy. And I was thriving in this environment. I was loving being able to help other people. And when my customers started to get amazing results, I would share those things. And so other people started to come and ask those questions like, what are they doing? What are you doing? What products do you have? Like, what workout program is it? And it started to create a lot of curiosity. And I started to turn my customers into amazing coaches who were doing what I was doing, the same way that I had turned from customer to coach. And I grew this team and we started to slowly grow. Within 6 or 7 months, I had replaced my teacher's salary. And at that point, my husband was like, oh, this is like legit. Okay, we're going to do this. Within a full year of coaching, we were on track to be a 6-figure earning team. And talking about income is super uncomfortable for me. I don't speak about it a ton, but I also know that if you are looking to join something like this and you're looking to have either a side hustle or to make this full time, then you need to know the income possibility and you want to know the income possibility. And so for me, I feel like it's important for me to share it because it's become such an incredible blessing for our family that I want to pay that forward to other people. I want other people to have that success. And so that's why I share from a place of hope that you guys will do the same thing. Let's see. I have a couple people who are asking questions, I think, here. Definitely feel free to ask questions as I'm going through here. So then what happened after that was within 3 years, we became a $1 million earning team. And it has continued to grow from there. And we became this incredible empire, a dynasty. Big Nick Dynasty is our team name. Lots of people who have retired from their jobs, their 9-to-5s, and they're doing this full time. Lots who cut back hours and they're doing work part-time and coaching. Lots who love their business. And so they just want to be able to, they want to be able to create this lifestyle for their families and have a side income. And so whether it is like, I want to create this part-time income for extra spending money, maybe I want to buy a pair of shoes and not feel guilty about it. Or if it is creating a savings for your children or taking them to Disney World for the first time without feeling guilty or going into debt, paying off debt, paying off student loans, building a dream home, like whatever those wishes and visions are for your life, you have to change something in your life to make that happen. And so if where you are in your life now is not getting you to those goals that you've set for yourself and your family and your life, then maybe your vision needs to change. Maybe something needs to be switched up. And so for me, that is where this became like just a very big blessing. And so the income aspect obviously was a huge part of it. But on top of that was the community. I have created these friendships. I have best friends now who I will carry on with me for a lifetime, who are busy, texting me. That's why I got interrupted there earlier. While I'm on this call to just encourage and talk me through, the hard stuff. And we work together as a team. We meet up virtually, yes, but we also get together at live events and we have retreats together and we earn free vacations together. and we go to these annual coaching events and just all these fun things. And I would not have those bonds and those friendships and those people to turn to about my regular life events if it weren't for this coaching opportunity. So that's a huge aspect of it. My health has completely changed. My husband eats so much healthier. My kids eat healthier because of me. I am a much healthier person because of this whole thing. I just had a baby 4 weeks ago. So right now, the body I'm in, I do not recognize, but I know through coaching, because I've had now this my second pregnancy being a coach, that I can get back to that place, that these at-home programs and these supplements and this clean eating plan is going to work for me, and it's going to allow me to get back to a place of feeling confident and happy and healthy. And so that alone gives me confidence in so much of my life that I never had before. Personal development is a part of a requirement of our job. When I was a teacher, I suffered from horrendous anxiety, crippling anxiety. I got to the place where I was in a situation that was unhealthy with a business like my work environment. I was crying when I got home. I was crying when I was going to work. I physically couldn't get myself to drive to work. And at one point, my husband was taking me there to and from just so that I would go. And it was such an unhappy space. It was a bad place for my family, for my husband, for myself. And I feel so thankful that in the time that I was able to stay home, this literally fell into my lap. It was not something that I was ever going to do. A network marketing thing was never something I was going to do. I was never a health and fitness junkie or an expert, but I knew that these programs worked, and I knew that I could do it from home, and I knew that I could do it with my kids. And so once I saw that vision, that's really when I dove in. And I've been doing it for 6 years. And so now for me to not share this opportunity would be a disservice to everyone else, because it truly has changed my life. And I know that it's going to change other people's the way it has our team. So if you have a nudge of dreading work on Mondays, and so your weekends are spent worrying about Monday, or you can't sleep at night because you're worrying about your job and how much you hate it, or you're worrying about the extras that you don't have because you don't have that spending money and you're just living paycheck to paycheck. Know that there are other things out there. There are things that are going to allow you to thrive and to flourish and to provide in a way that you want to, but you have to be willing to take the steps necessary to make that happen. So let me go ahead and share with you some slides, and I'm going to try to get through these quickly so that I can answer some questions if you guys have those. So let me go ahead and hopefully you guys can see that. Okay. All right. So this is kind of the guide to becoming a coach. And this is why I created this, is just to kind of give you something that's easy. So if at the end of this, you're like, hey, those slides, I would love those. Can you send me this? I have it in PDF form. I can definitely send it to you guys. So the very first thing, and let me know if you guys can't see that. I want to make sure that you can see this as well. The very, very first thing to know is that our goal within our team is to help other people achieve and lead healthy and fulfilling lives. That is literally the whole entire premise of what we do with coaching. Hang on, I want to make sure that everybody can see this. Okay, yeah, I will definitely send it. Okay. Here is kind of like what we do as a coach, okay? So what does a coach do? This kind of gives you an overview. So on the left, you'll see some pictures of us at events and get-togethers, free trips that we've earned, parties, things like that. So you're going to use the products that we have, things like our performance line, Shakeology, our beach bars. We just launched yesterday a new collagen boost for hair, skin, and nails. All of our Beachbody On Demand workouts with meal plans available to stream digitally, our nutrition app, all of these things that we have, these green boosts, pre and post workout things that I use every single day that you probably see if you follow me. We use those things and we recommend the best ones for people by kind of talking them through their goals. Beachbody On Demand is definitely like the Netflix of fitness, in my opinion, and they're developed by the top fitness experts. We have a new bar program getting ready to launch. We have Morning Meltdown 100, which is going to be my postpartum journey workout program that just launched to customers today, and I sent out like 20 people are getting started with that today. And then individualized meal plans that come with all of those programs. And then we focus on the nutrition. So Shakeology is definitely the best nutritional shake out there that I found. I'm a little bit weird about the supplements I put in my body. I don't agree with a lot of the things my husband used to use as supplements from GNC and other places. And so we found these clean, vegan, products that we love. They're plant-based. And it's just something that has allowed us to create like a very cleaner lifestyle while still using supplements. We use the pre and post workout, the during workout hydrate, which is great for electrolytes. Energize is the one that you see me talk about, my like mommy juice or go-go juice all the time. The other thing that we do is we share on social media. So just so you guys know, I did not have a large social media background when I first started coaching. A lot of people are like, well, I couldn't do what you do because you have a great social media following, or you're awesome on social media and I don't use social media. Okay. So let's rewind. I did not have Facebook until right before my daughter was born. And I created it simply for friends and family to see pictures of her, our first daughter. So 6 years ago. And it was a private platform on Facebook, couple hundred friends. From there, I opened it up, made it public when I started coaching. And then I opened up an Instagram account. I did not have Instagram prior. Now, because of, the fact that I want to grow all of my business on social media, I'm on Facebook and I'm on Instagram. I have grown to 38,000 followers organically, simply by sharing what I love. And that doesn't include just fitness and nutrition. That includes fashion. That includes my family. That includes like our hobbies and our lake life and just all the things that we love. Has allowed me to develop friendships and relationships with people who I have certain things in common with. So social media allows you to connect with so many people, and we're able to authentically share our journey and just talk about the programs and the products, which is going to inspire other people to start. It's a great tool. If you don't plan to knock on doors to grow your business, social media is definitely where it's at. I say don't let social media scare you, because you're going to learn through the coach training how to brand yourself so that you don't feel salesy, so that you're not communicating in a way that feels grimy to others, but instead you're sharing from a place of what you truly love, and that is going to inspire other people to join you. This is all about progress and not perfection. We are real people. We are real moms. We are real students. We are real, wives, spouses, whatever. And we have the same struggles, but we're going to lead by examples and show other people how it gets done. So we motivate ourselves. We show up daily, talking about our health and fitness goals, and then sharing where we were and where we are now is going to inspire people. It's going to inspire them to come to you. It's going to make them curious. They're going to ask questions. And then your job is going to help find a perfect program for them or get them started in this business aspect. You're going to join a team that is incredibly supportive. I will tell you that you have so many sources online. We have PDF ebook trainings. We have new coach online trainings. We have team calls every Monday. We have corporate calls every Monday. We have team pages on Facebook for support and welcome emails sent. Like, you are going to have way more than you think. You're not going to sign up and then be like, okay, now I'm left in the trenches by myself, like taking grenades. What am I supposed to do right now? That's not going to happen. You're going to have all the support in the world. So how do we support our customers? Obviously, as you grow a business and you create over time thousands of customers and a downline that is, at this point we have about 8,000 on our team, you cannot have one-on-one text conversations with everyone. And I wouldn't encourage you to do that because you would be constantly plugged in. So the cool thing about this is that we create platforms with these accountability groups that allow you to have these conversations or to check in with people and have conversations and ask them how they're doing and support them daily. So with this, you are going to either run the groups on Facebook, or we have a free challenge tracker app, which allows you to use a tracker on an app to log their shakes, their meals, their workouts, and everything. So you can do daily check-ins and share tips and struggles and recipes, do giveaways, and that way you have a place where you're always checking in with them. There's no wrong way to run the business. If you want to do different challenge groups, you can. As a brand new coach, though, you are definitely more than welcome to join mine and add people to those groups as you get started, so you don't feel like you're doing everything again on your own. Okay, so why you should join our team. I do feel like this business is 1 in a million. I feel like the company is amazing. We are 20 years strong, but creating new programs and innovating our business all the time. So as coaches, you're not creating your own meal plans or workout plans. They are created by experts. So you don't have to be a fitness or nutrition expert because that is going to be done for you. But you're going to align people with the right ones that work for them. And then Beachbody is going to give you the supplements and the programs to get those people the results that they need. So we're constantly innovative and always have something for everyone. There is no inventory. They're going to handle everything for you. There's shipping. They got the customer service handled. There's no big buy-ins as a coach. The only requirement to sign up to coach is a $39 sign-up fee. That's the minimum. However, if you purchase products to use in your own journey when you sign up, that $39 sign-up fee is completely waived. So I always suggest you're going to be a product of the product, right? You're never going to go to someone who says, you should totally buy this mascara, but I've never used it in my life. You're never going to trust that person because they've never used it themselves. They don't know if that product works for them. They're just trying to sell you on something. So being a product of the product is huge. So you buy the products when you sign up, and the sign up is completely free. It's only the cost of the products you need for your own journey. So 0 sales requirements to remain a coach. You get commission, but you are given extra rewards if you remain on like a monthly home direct order and by being simply a product of the product. So we are constantly doing calls, and we have pages, like I said, with info and training. You are going to be able to add your own teammates to these groups and to these trainings as well. Beachbody also gives monthly rewards like the earned vacations that you see pictured. They are earned by just helping people, 3 people a month get started with a healthy lifestyle and helping your team be successful. My favorite trip is the Success Club trip, and you can actually bring your family on those trips. And there are so many. We started with a cruise in 2014. We've been to Punta Cana, Riviera Maya, Cancun, all these different places, and we're going back to Punta Cana next year. So I would love for you guys to join me there. It is completely doable. So how do you earn as a coach, right? We're wondering, okay, how do we earn here? Part 1 is your commissions. So you're going to earn either 25 up to 40% of commissions, 40% on memberships, and then 25 to 36% on challenge pack bundles. So for example, the challenge pack that you see there, we basically pair Beachbody On Demand with a supplement, and that allows people to get started with the best bundle, save them money, heavily discounted, and then you get a larger commission as well. So you earn $50 to $60 on those challenge packs, and then you have different options, even the mega challenge pack where you'll get every single thing that you need, and you would earn $150 commission on that. It's important to stress like the value of a challenge pack because you're going to get the fitness plus the nutrition and the support, which is going to equal the results. And you can see that my transformation is definitely proof that the programs work. You just have to trust in the process and trust that your coach is telling you what they're telling you is actually going to work. Because in the beginning, it feels so far from anything that you could ever accomplish, I know. Part 2, residual income. And this is where I tell people all the time, my income, the majority of my income comes from, the residual income that I know I'm going to get every single week. We're paid weekly. We're paid every Thursday. When customers continue their monthly orders, you are going to get commission on that. So Shakeology is like $32 in commission. If they keep their performance stack each month, $30, Beach Bars, $30. So if you had 3 people who are ordering monthly, your Shakeology alone would be paid for. But then also it shows the compound effect of, helping 3 people in 1 month. And then in the next month, you've now helped 3 people again who are staying on that product, but 3 new people as well. And so now you've gone from earning $180 just through commission to $277, the next month $374, and that just continues to compile. You can imagine if you have thousands of customers, how that's going to grow for you. So that kind of shows you how it would grow over time. Bonuses. So Team Cycle bonuses is where probably 95% of my commission comes from now. The cool thing about this is that this is something that rolls through every single week, and you didn't necessarily do anything. You simply created an incredible team that is working the way that you work and allowing you to have these cycles. So part 3 is the bonuses. You are going to be able to tap into all these bonus opportunities with the compensation plan. It's kind of complicated to explain. So once you're signed up, we go through training on how to earn, but you're going to get a weekly commission based off the productivity of your team. The next thing are fast start bonuses. Anytime you sign up 5 new coaches in a 5-week period, you're going to earn $100 extra. The other thing are matching bonuses. So if you have coaches on your team who are Emerald or above, which is a rank, you're going to be given, at Diamond, you're going to be given 10% of that matched. So for example, if I have a coach that earns $9,000 in a week, I am going to get $900 in a matching bonus from just that one coach. And you can imagine how that combines and compiles over time to really turn into something big. The other is a quarterly bonus. So your quarterly bonuses are available at 2-star, Diamond, and above. Once you start to advance your business, then you're going to continue to earn more. So each quarter you can earn 2-star, 5-star, 10-star, and 15-star bonuses. Our 2-star bonus is usually around $1,000. Again, that's every quarter. And our 15-star bonus is like anywhere between $55,000 and $70,000 a quarter. So it's insane. But you can look at some of the compensation plan highlights on this link. Again, I can give you this PDF as well. So just to show you guys what's possible, some of the earning potential, I just kind of took some different coaches who, obviously these are real life paychecks. This is pre-taxes. We are a 1099, so we are taxed at the end of the year. But you can see some of these are like what they're making yearly. Some of them are what they're making over a month's time. You can see, it goes from a very, maybe $30,000 a year type of pay all the way up to $1 million, close to $1 million a year in earnings, depending on, again, the productivity of your team and your individual hustle insert the disclaimer, Beachbody does not guarantee any level of success. It's all based on your work. So you're going to set goals. You're going to pick your path. Am I going to sign up and I'm just going to be kind of in it for the discount and see how it goes? Meaning you want, you don't want to sell, but you want to save. So you want to get 25% off your products. Maybe you want to be a hobby coach, somewhere in between. You have a full-time job, you love it, but you would like to have a little bit of extra income and you really like the products and sharing those. Or do you want to be a business builder? Are you all in? Do you want to build that life of freedom? Do you want to grow a team that's doing the same thing that you are doing? And those are literally the options. You can go from nothing but the discount to like retiring yourself from your 9 to 5. Now, if you want to get started right, there are obviously so many ways to do that, but definitely signing up with a challenge pack is going to be your best bet. We have a new program that just launched to customers today called the Morning Meltdown 100. It is going to be a huge success within our company, and that will be my postpartum program. Like I said, you're going to sign up. You're going to get Beachbody On Demand for a year. You're going to get the supplements. You're going to get the new program and all the materials, and your $40 coach sign-up fee is going to be waived. So that's the only investment, is the cost of the products to be on your own journey to share and inspire. Again, there is a requirement of $15.95 a month service fee that covers your websites and all the things that you need for your Coach Online office, 24/7 coach support, customer service, the inventory, order fulfillment, all of that, because we're not doing any of that. And then it also goes towards the trainings and support that's available in the online office. If you are a spouse, active duty, military, or veterans, your monthly fee of the $15.95 is completely waived. Your sign-up fee is also waived. And just so you guys know, you can always cancel at any time. There's no long-term commitment or anything like that. So just know, if you've had this nudge to get started, and let me talk about that in just a minute. Let me just talk you through this. You can definitely send me a message. You can reach out to me on Instagram, again, Nikki White and the Fit Wife, or on Facebook. I will set up a cart for you to check out, and I will send you next steps, and I will welcome you and give you all the virtual hugs in the world, and get you set up with training. So that is kind of the basis of the slideshow. I wanted to stop that and kind of tell you guys, if you've had a nudge to do this, if you've had a nudge to do anything with coaching and you have just been too scared to start, what is the fear? There's nothing to lose and everything to gain. I always say, my dad always said, like, what would you attempt to do if you knew you couldn't fail? And that always stuck with me, because I knew that I would do so much more if I wasn't just afraid of failure. So knowing that there was nothing I was like contractually stuck to here, there's nothing I could really lose out on. I was going to get in the best shape of my life regardless, and maybe help a few people along the way. And with that came so much more than that. But none of that would have happened. None of that would have come together. None of the coaches on our team who now are earning, incomes that are full-time would have been able to do that had I not taken the one step to say yes myself. And so that was definitely a domino effect, and that's a trickle effect. And that is powerful. If you can think about, nothing in your life is going to change unless you change something. And if you're not happy where you are, then you have to change something. And you don't know if the next thing is going to help you or not. You don't know if it's going to be life-changing until you try it. So I'm going to encourage you guys to, if you felt the little nudge, to listen to the nudge and just say, okay, enough of the fear. I'm going to go all in. I'm going to listen to what she says. I'm going to apply it. I'm going to be teachable. Okay. Because at the end of the day, my life has completely changed. It has gone from living in the fear of how am I going to pay the next bill, and how am I going to survive another week of work that I dread inside my head, to a thriving feeling, a feeling knowing that because I decided to not listen to not only what was inside my head, but to those who were naysayers outside of, who were personal to me, like people I knew personally. And to listen to that nudge when others told me not to is pretty powerful. And when you can come full circle and see how that has changed your life, it is very easy for you to talk to other people about it and to encourage them to do the same thing, because it is very freeing when you can learn to take your own power and control into your own hands, stop listening to other people or allowing your dreams or your life to be minimalized because someone else's thoughts have created such fear that you just live in this comfortable bubble where I'll just stay here. This is in my zone because I'm nervous about what so-and-so might say or what might happen. So if you felt that nudge, I'm going to encourage you guys to just go for it. There's nothing to lose. Again, if you decide it's not for you, then it's not for you, but maybe it changes your life and you just never know. So yeah, if I've brought you onto this webinar and you are ready to do this thing, please reach out to me. If someone else has brought you to this webinar, please reach out to that coach who brought you here and say, I'm ready. I'm ready to do this. What products do I need? Or maybe I'm ready to start Morning Meltdown, whatever that program is she was talking about, because I promise that you're going to love it. And get started, because anybody who has brought you onto this webinar is a part of our team. And because of that, you are going to have more support than you would ever probably want. You're going to have all the support in the world. And I'm excited to see you welcomed into our team pages. And I will definitely show you some love and say hello and all that good stuff. And in the meantime, I hope you guys have a great night. Thank you for hopping on, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye, guys.